If you're struggling with thirst and want to solve all of your water woes, you'll need to learn how to source water and build your own dew collector in 7 days Alpha 21. Stick around to learn some useful tricks to mastering the new water system, and if you want to stay updated with all things 7-day survival gaming, hit the subscribe button. The latest changes to the water system seem to have really divided the community. Goodbye empty jars, with some saying water is too hard to find. I'll show you some of the best ways to source water, starting with the dew collector. The dew collector is an all-new facility that passively produces 3 water every day and is one of the easiest ways to stay hydrated. It's fairly easy to get crafted early on and will be a big help in turning the tide of your water shortage. To craft the dew collector, you'll need to be at least level 2 in workstations, which is achieved by reading just 2 of the Forge Ahead magazines. With the new loot system matching loot to relevant locations, it should be easy to find if you look in the right places. Seeing as the Forge Ahead magazine is focused on construction, you'll want to narrow down your searching to construction-themed props and locations. The working stiff supply crates have the highest probability to produce Forge Ahead magazines, so those would be a great place to start. Alternatively though, construction equipment like destroyed forges and cement mixers also have a high chance of producing these magazines, as well as workbenches and destroyed dew collectors. There's always a chance traders will reward you with Forge Ahead magazines for completing tier 1 and tier 2 quests, which are relatively easy to complete in your first few days. I'd recommend accepting fetch quests, as you'll be able to complete these fast and in quick succession, increasing your chances of finding the magazines you need earlier on. Once you've found the necessary magazine, you'll need to actually craft the dew collector, which will need a few key components to complete. The most important and elusive material required is the water filter, which can be very difficult to find while scavenging the world, but there is a chance to find the water filter in destroyed dew collectors, though it will be much faster to head to your nearest trader and browse their store. Each trader will stock a total of 3 water filters, which can be purchased for a total of 2,250 dupe tokens, so grind out some quests and get some cash fast. You'll also need scrap polymers, short iron pipes and duct tape, which are all common resources found all over the world and should be easy to scavenge. While you only need 3 duct tape and 4 short iron pipes, you will need a considerable amount of scrap polymer to craft the new dew collector. Pipes can be found by dismantling cars and radiators, or in any number of household appliances like washing machines and refrigerators. Polymers can be harvested from most props that look to be made of plastic. Tyres can be a great source of scrap polymers, and are often scattered along roads and in parking lots. Once you've gathered all the materials to build the dew collector, you can place it down and start collecting dew. The collector is quite big, so you'll need a good amount of space, and the facility has to be exposed to open air or it won't function at all, so it can't be placed inside your base or obstructed. From there, you'll begin to amass 3 water per day. You'll also want to convert any murky water you do find into boiled water at a campfire, as murky water now causes 5 hit points of damage and increases dysentery by 15%, though it does restore 10 water and provide a 15% stamina regen buff if you're in a pinch. As an alternative to the dew collector, you can now also drink from water sources directly with an empty hand by pressing the E key. But as I've mentioned, this causes damage to health and increases your chances of dysentery as well. Alpha 21 has added an all-new water purification mod, which bypasses these debuffs and allows you to drink from sources with no ill effects, which is incredibly powerful for avoiding thirst debuffs while travelling or when you run out of drinkable water. You're also able to pick up water with a bucket and place the collected water down wherever you choose. So it is possible to create a 1x1 well for the collected water and drink from this indefinitely, as drinking water with an open hand doesn't deplete the water source itself, creating a convenient alternative to using up your water supplies while at your base. Once you've got a steady flow of water being produced, it's also worth investing that water into making red tea, which offers a few benefits water doesn't, like the 15% efficient digestion buff, which slows down the period of time between having to eat and drink, and also provides an extra 4 water in comparison to the base boiled water. Goldenrod tea is another good alternative, as this too provides a 4-point water bonus compared to boiled water, but also provides a 15% stamina regen buff and additionally grants a 20% cure dysentery effect. Both of these alternatives are very easy to craft and only require 1 boiled water each, and 1 chrysanthemum for the red tea and 1 goldenrod flower for the goldenrod tea. Coffee can also be used to stay hydrated, and is also fairly common. Searching coffee machines and kitchen counters is a solid way of procuring coffee, and it offers up to 20% stamina regen buff in addition to 24 units of water, 4 higher than boiled water, and provides a 5 cold resist to boot. In a similar vein, Blackstrap coffee also provides the same increase to water, with the added benefit of a 25% stamina regen buff and a respectable 10 cold resist effect, establishing it as the drink of choice for miners and explorers of the snow biome. However, its 5 gunpowder crafting requirements make it a less viable option very early game. Finally, Yucca Juice can be crafted for just 1 yucca fruit and 1 water at a campfire using a cooking pot, providing a huge plus 34 to water, a whole 14 higher than boiled water, as well as a 15% buff to stamina regen, so for those of you playing out in the desert, make good use of those wild desert flowers. Outside of crafting, most, if not all of these drinkable items can be found by looting, or they can be purchased somewhere in the world, including the 2 best forms of hydration in the game, Mega Crush and Mineral Water. Mineral water is essentially the love child of goldenrod and red tea, merging their unique buffs into one and adding a massive increase to water gained. Not only does it come packed with a combination of a 15% increase to stamina regen, a 15% increase to efficient digestion, and a 20% cure dysentery effect, it also provides a huge 60 to water, making it one of the most powerful drinkable items in the game. For when you've got great distances to travel or want to run circles around troublesome enemies, Mega Crush can put a spring in your step too, with a 15% stamina regen buff as well as a wild 50% run speed effect. Mega Crush also provides an increase of 60 water, making it just as powerful as mineral water for quenching thirst. As an honorary mention, I have to bring up the Yucca Juice smoothie, restoring the highest of any drinkable item in the game at 78 water, as well as 22 food, and restoring 11 points of health, with a 15% stamina regen buff and a cold resist effect of plus 30. Of course, you can always acquire drinkable loot from both trader stores and vending machines found across the world too, provided you have the jukes to buy them if you really do struggle to set up your own forms of production, as well as the old faithful toilet bowl. If you found this video useful and want to see more 7 Days to Die and survival gaming content like it, hit the subscribe button. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and why not check out one of my other videos on screen now. Goodbye.